Good morning, Virginia. This is Virginia This Morning.
This Partners in Healthcare segment is sponsored by Horizons Hospice. Patients and families need the right support when faced with a life-limiting illness. Horizons Hospice focuses on creating comfort in the community. Executive Director Crystal Bennett and MSW Senyali Zetsa joins us this morning. Welcome, ladies. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
We have a couple of furry friends with us, and we're going to get to their important role in Horizons Hospice work in just a little bit. But let's start at the top and talk a little bit about what Horizons Hospice is all about.
Okay. It's a holistic approach. Hospice is holistic. We care for the whole family, the patient, the loved ones, the folks at the facility who may be involved in the patient care. We are comprised of an interdisciplinary team of a medical director who is Rachel Selby-Pensack, and she's a board-certified geriatrician, nurses, social workers, hospice aides, chaplains, volunteers, who all work together to meet the needs of the patient in their home and provide true end-of-life care, just quality of life and end of life.
And you made a great point. The word hospice is derived from that holistic, from the holistic definition. So it is an all-encompassing approach. It's multifaceted. That's where these guys come in, because as we were talking about, Senyali, the families are part of this as well. It's not just the patient.
Very true. And we definitely want to recognize that the children are a part of that, and that's why we do bring out the puppets. We do expressive therapy with them so that they can understand what's going on medically and their own feelings as well, so that they can express. If it's their parent or grandparent, something like that, we want to include them in the holistic approach.
How is Horizons Hospice different from organizations in town?
Well, we service a broad area. We're about 60-mile radius outside of Richmond. We do a little bit more, I think, for the patients in some instances. Nursing visits minimally 2 times a week, a hospice aide 5 to 7 days a week if the family needs it. Some folks get a visit twice a day if they need it twice a day. It really focuses a lot more on meeting the needs of the patient and the family where they are. So you can keep your loved one at home and have that peace of mind knowing that you've got nursing staff and doctors overseeing their care, but you're still at home. And that's just one of the ways, and of course the puppets and all that we do for the children is another way. And we really want to be involved in the community. We're not some corporate conglomerate. We're small, we're local, and we care about the community here in Richmond.
Definitely, and that's important because you are creating a community with the families that you're working with. What are some of the ways that you end up being diagnosed and encompassed into Horizons Hospice?
Well, it initially starts with a physician order is how you receive hospice care, and you may have a life-limiting illness. Maybe you have congestive heart failure or you have end-stage dementia, and the doctor feels that a hospice evaluation is appropriate. They write an order and they give us like a history and physical, and the nurse will go out and evaluate and assess the patient, and if they're appropriate, we take them under care, and the care is derived from their personal physician as well as our medical director. So it really is a team approach. We don't just leave out, the folks who were caring for this patient for the past 50, 60 years. We really work together with all those people.
And Senyali, we were talking before we came on, and that's where these furry friends come into play. The misconception sometimes is that hospice is for older, for end of life in the vision that we have. That's kind of a myth because it can be at any point in life, and often kids really need special attention.
Yes, they do. And like I said, we've had, preschoolers with parents that have a terminal illness, and the crisis happens and they're sort of left out again. So we do bring them in to the piece so that they can talk. And we talk to the parents about it too. What information have you already told them? What do you want them to know? We don't take over care, but we want them to know that we're certainly a support system for them as they go through this during the illness and after. We certainly follow up with them after as well.
And for young people, this makes it an easier bridge to talking about something that they haven't maybe experienced before.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, thanks for the work that you're doing, ladies. We appreciate you taking time to tell us about it.
No problem.
Thank you.
Have a good one. If you or someone you know might benefit from hospice care, you can learn more by contacting Horizons Hospice and speaking to one of their staff at 804-353-2702 or by visiting online at horizonshospice.org.